Hello everyone, sorry I'm running late. Hey, we in the bar today because we celebrating the Nintendo Direct, Switch 2 Direct. That's why I'm running late. I was doing a react to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct with my channel members and that ran a little long. If anyone has been keeping track of the title of the stream, originally my plan was to finish Turnabout Serenade and start the next chapter, Turnabout Succession, but like not centered. There we go. But with the Switch 2 Direct reaction running late, and I actually have some stuff I need to do this afternoon, I don't want to go for too long, so I think I'm just going to finish Turnabout Serenade, and then we can start Turnabout Succession the next time I stream Apollo Justice. But I hope everyone had fun watching the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. I had a lot of fun with the channel members reacting to it, so there was some good stuff. Not necessarily stuff I was expecting, but there was still some interesting stuff. The Switch exclusive FromSoft game, like what? I was shocked. A 3D DK, it looked really good. It looked like it kind of gave me vibes from Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So that one could be interesting to keep. And then Tears of the Kingdom is getting a Switch 2 like upgrade, which I'm not surprised. I kind of figured they would do that with some games, but apparently you have to pay for it. So here's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you guys think. I was actually planning to start Tears of the Kingdom like pretty soon here because I'm going to be wrapping up Echoes of Wisdom soon. But now I think I might push back starting Tears of the Kingdom until I can get a Switch. If I can get the Switch 2 pre-ordered, because if it's a situation where it's going to be impossible to get a hold of, I'm not going to wait. But if I can get a hold of a Switch 2, I might wait, and that way I can do the upgraded Tears of the Kingdom version. We'll see. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'd kind of have to, as far as what I play on stream, I'd probably have to stall or find something else to play for a little bit. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, what else looked good? There was the FromSoft game. They announced Silksong. I was laughing during the stream. They announced it so sneaky. Like they literally put Silksong as part of the highlight reel. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, what a troll. They didn't even give Silksong its own like little section. That was hilarious. Oh, and then the Tears of the Kingdom, the new Hyrule Warriors game. I'll play Tears of the Kingdom. And then I'll see how the community feels about the Hyrule Warriors game, because I didn't play Age of Calamity. By the time I finished Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild, I was like, I'm just going to move on to Tears of the Kingdom. I don't think there's enough. So late, I'm professional. Peter, I had other content going on. Okay, I'm a very busy content creator. Not really. I mean, I am busy, but not because of content creation. Everyone check out Peter over at the Wii Power Hour. As I put in a community post, subscribe to him, especially if you guys are enjoying, wish I knew how that is, being busy. You're pretty busy. Peter and his co-host Lance and Plinchy are playing through the first Ace Attorney Trilogy over on their channel. So if you guys are enjoying this Apollo Justice Trilogy playthrough, I suggest and recommend watching them play the first trilogy on their channel. They're hilarious. They actually voice act. I can't voice act. So they're actually hilarious, and it's been really fun to watch. Being a busy content creator, I mean, you kind of are. I mean, you're editing for me, you're editing for yourself, Grizzly Dad, you're doing shorts and stream VODs, and you're doing a lot. Maybe it's not all on camera, but you are technically a busy content creator. Johannes, you're here anyway. Well, if you want to like turn me like way down and just like drift off to sleep, I'll try not to yell too much. You're just a busybody. I mean, plus you work 2 like real life jobs, so you are a busy person. I don't know when you sleep, because you seem to answer Discord messages pretty much like all day, every day. Peter was amazing with voice. I think Peter, they all three did a really great job. You're proud of the short you made last night for your channel or my channel? Because I like the ones you made for me. But if it's something for your channel, I like your shorts are funny too. I should have refilled my water. Ah, dang. The choo-choo, that one was really good. I cracked up. Not that the other one wasn't good, but that one, like the extra editing you did for that one was really good. So I'm excited to use that at some point. So yeah, I mean, lots of good stuff at the direct. I just hope they let us pre-order it soon. So we'll see. I was saying on my member stream that I picked up but like literally right before I started the direct reaction, we got our schedule for June for one of the places I worked, and I picked up 2 extra shifts, and I was like, this should be enough to cover the Switch 2 coming out around then. And no joke, the Switch 2 comes out just a few days after I work those shifts. No price drop. Wait, what do you mean? In regards to what? Oh, price for the Switch 2. Yeah. No price drop and no pre-order information. So, but I think you guys were right in the member stream. I think they'll talk about that soon, because of course people are going to be wondering. But yeah, I mean, I think I will, assuming I can get my hands on a Switch 2 in a timely manner, I will probably play Tears of the Kingdom with the upgraded version. The DK Bonanza game, $449. Wait. Where did you get that information? Are you guessing, or did you see it released, Brandon? Brandon, do you see more information somewhere? Tell us. Guilt people to give you money. gotta get those gift subs. Which I think I need to renew my sub on your Twitch channel. I think I let it expire. Sorry. I use Twitch so infrequently that I like forget to go over there and renew my sub for you. Wait, Brandon. Now I'm gonna Google it. Is there? Oh my God. I literally just refreshed my search. It literally just updated 8 minutes ago. How to pre-order the Switch 2. Pre-orders will begin on April 9th, and its starting price tag will be $450. Okay, so we're like in the middle. We were thinking 400 or 500. $499 for Switch 2 plus Mario Kart. See, I don't care about Mario Kart. I might get it at some point to do community stuff, but like it's not a priority for me, even though it looks good. I think like all the worlds and tracks look good, but it's not a priority for me, so you might have to swing for the bundle. Okay, so this article, I don't know anything about this website. Okay, yeah, everything is refreshing. Okay. So yeah, Switch 2 pre-orders will be on April 9th. Hi, Ani, welcome in. You'll literally cry of happiness with Hyrule Warriors. It looks good. I just haven't decided. I'm going to play Tears of the Kingdom first, and then I'll probably discuss it with the community if that's something people would be interested in. Oh, and then something else. The voice chat looked really cool for Switch 2. The voice chat. I mean, it's an option outside of things like Discord. So I don't know. I don't know how much better it would sound versus like using a Discord channel or whatever, but sorry, I'm like scrolling my phone. The wheelchair game is your top priority, Peter. You're such a troll. Now I want you to get that game just for like the lulz. Oh, and Peter lost our bet. So I don't know if anyone remembers this or has been keeping up with this. Me and Peter had a bet. He said that Metroid Prime 4 was going to be a Switch 2 exclusive, and I said it's going to be cross-gen. And we found out today that Metroid Prime 4 is going to be cross-gen. And I'm right, and Peter's wrong. So now he has to get punished. And my punishment for him, I still think I'm going to stick with you have to play Chain of Memories. Hey, Rhythm Root, you give the direct a C. Why a C? Why? I thought it was better than a C. I would give it like an A-. They literally said in the other direct live that it was going to be cross-gen. I don't remember. I remember them saying, I don't remember how they phrased it, but I feel like they weren't like super upfront either way. But I do agree with you. That's what I said last week. I was like, just the fact that they talked about it at the regular direct made me think it was cross-gen, but Peter needed like conclusive evidence before he declared himself the loser. So now we have the conclusive evidence. They did say it. Okay. Disappointed. Why? What makes you disappointed? I will say that I really wanted a new 3D Mario, but the 3D Donkey Kong's still pretty cool. I mean, it's not Mario, but it looked really good. What's disappointing to you? I thought I would give it an A minus. And I think they have a pretty good lineup for the Switch 2 to start with. Oops. You dislike the art direction of the DK game? Oh, see, I disagree with you there. I mean, we're all entitled to our own opinions. I liked it. It gave me it. I was saying this. It reminded me of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. I liked how it looked. Donkey Kong was the fall of the live. Oh wow. I'm surprised that I watched it after it had already aired, so like I wasn't seeing any live reactions, but I'm surprised people are disappointed. But I mean, things like art direction, I mean, that's a preference that, you know, if you didn't like it, then, you know, it is what it is. Let me know what games you want me to do for 24 hours. I have a good one. You should play Getting Over It. Or what is that game called? Getting Over It? You would rather, oh yeah, okay, so that was a disappointment for me. I really, really, really want Wind Waker as a port or remaster. Not a port, sorry, remaster. A remaster for the new Switch. And I think it's really cool that they're going to do it as a GameCube game on the Nintendo Switch Online. But like, I think I've kind of voiced my feelings about how I feel about the Nintendo Switch Online emulator. I'm not a fan of it, so I'm disappointed that it seems like that's going to be the only way to play it for now. So I'm still going to hold out hope that they're going to do Wind Waker and Twilight Princess separately, but I don't know. We'll see. Because I really want to play Wind Waker. I just really don't want to play it on their Nintendo Switch Online emulator thing. I'll think of punishments for you, Peter. That'll change when I play Tears of the Kingdom. Wait, what'll change? Now I'm not sure. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know if you can explain further without spoilers. So you're cringing at the chat button section. I thought it was funny. I mean, maybe the actors were cringy, but I think it's a good idea. The Mario Party. Oh, I kind of zoned out during the Mario Party Jamboree section because like that's not of interest to me. So I'm not even sure what that's in. I kind of wasn't paying attention. So that may have been cringe. But I think the chat option is a good option maybe for like kids. Because can kids use Discord? Don't you have to be a certain age to use Discord? So like when people normally do like Discord calls and stuff for games, I think that'll be cool. The chat reminds you of Discord, but the camera. Yeah, I agree with you about the camera. When I saw the camera, I was like, oh, that's cool, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't use it. Obviously, I have the camera I use for stream. But yeah, I agree. Maybe my first reaction was like, oh, wow. But yeah, maybe it's a little much. It looked bad. You mean the chat or the Mario Party Jamboree? Yeah, I wouldn't remind you of the Kinect. I didn't use that, so I can't speak to that. No, I didn't use it. What if grandma wants to see her cute grandchildren while ramming them into Mario Kart? I don't think I would obviously she's too little to play video games. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with my child. I think I'd be okay with her using the voice option. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with the camera. Yeah, it's a little much. I guess I have to think of it in terms of that, like some of these features are going to be accessible to children, and I just have strong feelings about how much access children should have to the internet and social media. Like, again, this is going to show my age. Like, social media wasn't even really a thing until I was already in high school. So I was older. And back in those days, I've talked about this too, to use Facebook, you had to have a college email. So I couldn't even use Facebook until I was already like registered for college. So I just feel like access like that should be for when you're older. I think the voice chat is more to kids because imagine you can literally connect HDMI. Yeah, that's probably what it's for, more for kids. Because yeah, I would imagine for me, I'd probably just use Discord over that because I'm sure quality isn't going to be as good as just using a Discord chat. Let's see, what else was there? Hold on, I'm scrolling my phone because I'm looking at all the trailers finally. Yeah, Age of Imprisonment. That's what the Hyrule Warriors is called. So many kids smack talking during the wheelchair game. You know, that's funny. I could actually see that. Oh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land has like a new story to it. That's super cool. I loved Kirby and the Forgotten Land, but I was saying this during stream that I sold my copy back because I didn't think I was going to play it again. And I'm super bummed I did that. I would have kept it if I'd known, but I'm not going to buy it again just to play the extra mode. Hey, Gage, welcome in. You missed the direct reaction stream? Well, you're a channel member, so you can watch it back later. Achievements and trophies like PS5. Oh, yeah, that's a good thought. Kirby Air Riders looked cute, but I probably won't play it. I was really bummed it wasn't just like a regular Kirby game. The Duskbloods, that's the FromSoft game that's strictly for Nintendo. That'll be cool. I think that'll be cool. What else? Dragon Drive. That's what the wheelchair game is called. Jamboree TV. Is that what you're referring to? I kind of zoned out during that section because I don't care about Mario Party. So I missed whatever the additions were. Looks like that's most of it. Yeah, that's where the trailers end. When you have time later, yeah. I don't think I'm not like a strong overreactor, but there were definitely a few things that got like a gasp out of me. So I think they're definitely, we'll have to see what more they come out with, but I think it's an okay start. Mario is getting behind. You mean like the mainline Marios? I agree. I really, really, really thought they were gonna have a mainline 3D Mario to boot, but I guess we're getting DK instead. So that's where like my disappointment comes from. I would rather have had Mario over DK, but I'm gonna wait and see with the DK game. I like the art style personally. The gameplay looked okay. I think I'm gonna wait on that one to see what the reviews are and what people think. If people really like it and it gets good feedback, then I'll probably get it, but I'm not gonna do it like day one or anything. You screamed through the entire reaction. Yeah, I'm not like much of a loud, I don't get too loud, but there were a few things that I was like, oh my god. I personally give the direct an A-, but I can see where people might be disappointed. But, we'll see. So I'll see what day is the 9th? Is that next oh, okay, yeah, next Wednesday. I don't know, when will they open? I might have to like pause stream. If I stream, I should be streaming next Wednesday, so I might pause stream to pre-order it. Oh, we were just talking about the Gauge. Literally, they've just announced it's $449 and you can pre-order. Oh, you wish they would have said it during the direct. They probably didn't want to like bum people out with money talk. Because yeah, times are tough. Times are tough, but we're still all gonna buy it, right? At some point. Oh yeah, here it is. Switch to $449. If you want it with the bundle, $499. You can get the cards. The Joy-Cons are, Jesus Christ, the Joy-Cons are $90. The camera's $50. The dock set is $109. The games. Donkey Kong Bonanza is going to be $69.99. Yeah, I just saw that. Even if you can afford the console, holy shiznit. Because Tears of the Kingdom was $69.99, right? And we kind of all figured that that's where it was heading, that they're going to start making the games more expensive. Mario Kart's 80. Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, shoot. $79.99. Nintendo has the most. I think PlayStation games fall in line with this. Because my husband plays stuff on the PlayStation, and there's some stuff on there that has been pretty pricey. $69. Oh my god. You're only playing Mario Kart for a long time. Well, might as well get your money's worth if you're going to be spending $80 on a game. GTA 6 is going to be $120. Isn't it coming out this year? Is it really? Or are you being I think you're trolling. I don't keep up with GTA. I don't play that either. Heck, there's probably going to be versions that are $120 if you include like DLCs and skins, and Apparently it's coming out. Yeah, I remember it was coming out soon because people were talking about it. I don't think it has a date. I just think it's coming out this year. I don't know. I'm kind of interested in that FromSoft Nintendo game. I don't know. Well, I might wait and see what the reviews are. Yeah, we'll see. The app to help you with the Koroks was so unnecessary. We were talking about that on the stream. It's probably a way to get people to use the app, because my first instinct when I saw that app was like, meh. So they're probably trying to Google exists. I guess it's their way of trying to like guide you to their app instead of using a walkthrough. But you're right. I'd probably still use a walkthrough over their app. I haven't downloaded their app and I don't plan to. We'll see. If something like really, really great and exclusive releases, I'm kind of a boomer and I don't want to use an app for everything. So yeah. The Apple method use only our products. Yeah, that's a good point. Speaking of Apple, I just started, I've had this Apple Watch for forever and I've never used it. And I was like, well, I spent a lot of money on it. Maybe I should use it. So I literally haven't worn my Apple Watch for I didn't even use it at all when I was pregnant. So it's been at least a year and a half since I've worn it, probably closer to 2. So I finally booted it up and I was like, might as well use this thing, count my steps or whatever it does. Okay, let's head over to the game. All right, so I said this at the beginning, just time to pretend to be sponsored by Apple. Not sponsored, but if they want to send me products. Actually, I don't really need anything. I don't use a Mac, but I got a new iPhone not too long ago, so my other one was getting my because you guys know how technology is. It's like you try to use the old one for as long as you possibly can, because they're expensive, and then they eventually just update to the point where they don't want to work anymore. That's kind of what was happening with my old iPhone before I had to get the new one. But for anyone who may or may not have noticed, my original plan for the stream was to finish Turnabout Serenade, which is the chapter we're on, and start Turnabout Succession. But because I'm starting late and I actually have some stuff to do this afternoon, I'm not going to start Turnabout Succession. I'll just finish Turnabout Serenade, so we'll do the second part of the trial to wrap it up, and then so it'll be a shorter stream. Because I have to work tomorrow and I work in healthcare, so it's 12-hour shifts, and being out of the house for 12 hours is a long time, so I always try to make sure before I have a shift that I make sure there's enough food, things are put away, things like that. So there's just stuff I want to do after stream today. Neuromarketing. Wait, that's a fancy word where I try to convince them to sponsor me. I should start recording for Peter. Sorry, Peter. There we go. All right, but yeah, so this will probably be a shorter stream. It's probably gonna take me close to 2 hours, so hopefully done by 1:30 or 2 my time. See, everything looks good. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be really easy to click the wrong one. Yep, get cozy. We're gonna be doing some story heavy game. Hello everyone and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We are on the final part of the 3rd chapter of the game. This is Turnabout Serenade and we're doing the latter part of the trial. I believe Daryan, we're going to be cross-examining Daryan, who probably is the one who did the murder. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Apollo, I can't believe it. It really happened during the 2nd act. Sorry, adjust my mic. It really happened during the 2nd act? And right in the middle of Lemira's performance? The reason why she was in the air vent. And that switch in the flaming guitar. Yeah, she needs to tell us what this illusion was. That would probably explain everything. When you link it all together, that's what you end up with. I knew you had what it took. Oh, he's here, finally. He hasn't been here this whole chapter. Ah, Daddy. Mr. Wright, you believed in me? Not really. Hitting him with the hard truth. Huh? I just thought that'd make a cooler entrance than say, hiya. Why do I even bother hoping? Where have you been lately, Daddy? You haven't been coming to the office at all. Yeah, where have you been? Ah, so sorry, but he just abandoned his daughter to be with Apollo, who he doesn't even know. I'm on a secret mission. Ooh, secret? You mean like you're undercover? Like Mr. Lataus, only shorter and not as well dressed. Oh no, what if you're shot too, Daddy? Oh. Ha ha ha. Would I do a thing like that to you? Anyway, I'm off for a little while again. Huh? You're leaving? Oh, one thing before I go, he's gonna drop some logic on us right before he heads out. What? Good luck. Oh, that's it? Right. Is that all you came to say? I think you have things pretty much under control. Do I? You'll get Maki to buy off the hook, no doubt. Yeah, but you're after that detective, aren't you? Who's that handsome fellow? This is Phoenix. I call him Hobo Phoenix. It's dead. It is. He's a little unkempt here. If you wanna see what he really looks like again, I recommend Peter at the Weeb Power. He and his co-hosts are playing the original trilogy. Phoenix looks way more put together over there. I don't know what's up with him here. I'm just saying. Phoenix, something has clearly happened to Phoenix here. We still don't know what. I think we'll find out in the 4th chapter, but something has happened to Phoenix to make him in a state of disarray like this. So I think that all comes out in the next case. But you're after that detective, aren't you? Daryan Cresend. It won't be easy proving he did it, especially not under the current court system. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to try to protect their own, right? The current court system? What did Prosecutor Gavin say during the trial? Your case is based on one fragile assumption, namely that our Diva Divine is telling the truth. But what about all the proof? The brooch and the switch? Yeah, she needs to tell us, though. A piece of jewelry in a lyrical blender. There are plenty of other ways to explain these things. The flaming guitar, too. All because you lack definitive proof of their connection to the case. But if the sultry songstress is lying, your case melts like butter in a frying pan, leaving behind the faintly singed scent of failure. Well, that's very, very descriptive. So what do I do? Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Ugh. Oh, that reminds me. I have something to give you from our detective friend. Detective Sky Emma? Let's see. This bag of snacks here was meant for me. Ah, here it is. What are those? Yeah, what are those? What are those, Daddy? They don't look like very good snacking material. They were found at the scene. Analysis of the fragments revealed traces of gunpowder. Gunpowder? Probably a firecracker or something similar, like the ones kids are into these days. These fragments were found under the sofa at the scene of the crime, actually. Under the sofa? Oh, I wonder if because I think that was something that they talked about last time. It's been a while, so I'm trying to remember. So maybe he was shot and then they set off a firecracker later to make it sound like a gunshot so that they think he was shot later than he actually was? Hey, Apollo, that's where we found that little device thingy. Right, this. Well, finally, some evidence that makes sense. Burnt fragments added to the court record found at the crime scene bearing gunpowder residue, possibly a firecracker? That's all from me, I suppose. Here, let's look at it. Can I look a little closer? Ooh. So you think this was some kind of firecracker? Yeah, or one of those noisemakers like you shoot off in New Year's. Oh, okay, yeah. Did you know that in China they use firecrackers on New Year's to scare off evil? Ooh, I didn't know that. Today I learned. So it's kind of the same thing. Really? I had no idea. Well, did you know this? It takes more than 500 peanuts to make one 12-ounce jar of peanut butter. Oh, I didn't know that. I am learning so much from this game. At least my useless fact had something to do with the evidence. Okay, I think is that everything? Is there anything else I can look at? No. Alright, well that's all from me, I suppose. See you after the verdict. Maybe. Right. Every man has an igniter inside him. Excuse me? What does that mean? Find Daryan Cresend's igniter and set it off. Okay. And he walked out the door just like a magician, normally. What does he want us to do? No conventional methods. What does that mean? I don't know. I guess we just have to take his advice and hope it makes sense when the time comes. I guess. We're almost at the finish line. Hang in there, Trucy. I probably shouldn't take too long of a break between episodes of this case because then I kind of forget what happens. Okay, we're in the court. Court is now back in session. Prosecutor Gavin, where's Detective Cresend? In the witness lounge, ready to be called at any time. Very well. Might I add, I don't believe any of this. Daryan, was the first detective I ever worked with. We stopped working together when he moved to Criminal Affairs, Division 3. But his guitar playing, it fires my imagination. That's nice, but it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Correct? Yeah, he could still be a murderer. Oh, I know. Air forehead. Very well. Call the final witness to the stand. Detective Daryan Cresend. At least we don't have to look at his hair from the bad direction. Name and occupation, please. Daryan Cresend, Detective, Criminal Affairs, Division 3. No, that's the International Affairs Division for those of you. Oh, because the other guy was an Interpol agent, and I'm a guitarist for the Gaviners. Maybe you've heard of us. Do you fully understand the circumstances under which you stand before us today? Yeah, I understand, Your Honor. What I don't understand is how you let this happen, partner. You gave me your word I wouldn't be standing here. The situation's changed, Daryan. And don't call me partner. Heh, so much for old friends. Well, at least, Gavin has some, what's the word, ethics? I see what you're doing, Daryan. You're pressing the prosecution. Your Honor, if we could begin the trial? Yes, it's high time we did. Let's hear your testimony. Are you laughing at his hair? Yeah. I don't know what the artists were thinking with that. But, it's ripe for jokes. Oops. Man, my hair is just out of control today. I said this on the member stream, but it's very humid where we are, so it's just, I tried to pin it back. I don't know. It's hopeless. Okay. You may begin with your response to Lemure's testimony, if in fact you have anything to say about it. Oh, I got plenty to say. Lying must be a national pastime in Virginia. And wherever you're from, Mr. Justice, he's compensating for something. Probably. Oh. Wherever you're from, Mr. Justice. Ha. I'm trying not to pay attention to the trial, but the portraits look really good. Oh, the character art? I mean, are you talking about the hair or just in general? Because in general, I agree, but the artist with the hair, I don't know what they were thinking with that. Conventional methods are out the window, huh? Here goes nothing. All right, Daryan, how are you going to defend yourself here? Daryan's rebuttal. The diva's lying, plain and simple. She's got nothing to back up her story. In the first place, she never heard my voice. Well, you don't sing. Isn't he just a guitarist? She forgot the words because she heard gunshots as if. Didn't Detective Emma Skye hear those gunshots during the third set anyways? See, that's what I'm trying to say. Maybe he set off a firecracker to make it sound like the gunshots were later. The shooting took place when I was on stage, man. So you claim Lemure's testimony was a lie? Hey, don't get me wrong. I dig what she's doing, trying to protect that kid. And she's got the court eating vague statements out of her hand just because she's blind. You go too far, Daryan. Look, all I'm saying is you've got a reliable witness. Why not listen to the detective? Detective Skye? I see. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. You didn't waste any time finding our weak spot. I can't do this with Lemure's testimony alone. I'll have to find some other way to prove when the shooting took place. Cross-examination. Okay, where do we want to press? Probably just start from the beginning. I'm not even really sure. You don't have any proof she was lying. Oh yeah, kid? You saying I lied? No, I'm just saying, Apollo, glare back at him. I couldn't help it. I flinched by reflex. Detective Cresend. Yeah? What do you want? Nothing. Apollo, chin up. Back straight. You're wilting. This guy's hard as nails. He makes walkie-talkie look downright cooperative. Look, there's no way the diva remembers my voice. She never... Ooh. Hold on. Go back. Present. Or not present. Press. You never talked to her even though you were playing in the same concert? Not a word as far as I can recall. But weren't there planning sessions or something? Gavin took care of all that himself. Daryan wasn't involved in any of the meetings with her. Ugh. As if you could just go around remembering everyone's voice like that anyway. Well, I'm sure if she's blind, she's, like they say, does she rely more on her other senses? Only an idiot would believe that. Amira's hearing is very sensitive. She could remember him if she heard him, I'm sure of it. I just can't prove it. And I need proof. She forgot forgot the words. We know she missed the words. The mixing board proved it. Oh, yeah, there was a mistake, but blaming it on gunshots is just a lame excuse. What do you mean? The mixing board proves what? It proves there was a mistake in the song. A missed cue. So? She just flubbed it up big time, that's all. She spins this story about a gunshot to protect the kid and cover for her own goof. Man, I'd have to hand it to her if she wasn't sticking it to me at the same time. Daryan, watch what you say. Lemire is an artist. She just flubbed it up? That's no small accusation for a performer of her caliber. Heh, she got to you all right. I can see it in her eyes. I tell you, most of her stuff is so pretentious, it's way over my head. Ooh. Questioning her art? I'm detecting a rift in the governor's ranks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Daryan's gonna get kicked out of the band. Anyway, she's too close to the defendant. Her testimony can't be trusted. I do kind of agree with that. If you ask me, I'd go with Detective Sky's story at the drop of a pick. Maybe we should get Emma in here. Didn't Detective Emma Sky hear those gunshots during the third set? Actually, I was there too. So I hear, which means you heard them too, right? The gunshots. Yes. We heard gunshots. Neither I nor Emma actually saw the shooting, mind you. Heh. I guess you and Lemire got the same excuse then. We know one thing for certain here. There were gunshot-like sounds that emanated from that room during the third set. It's a firecracker. What we must determine is whether those sounds were actually gunshots. Maki heard them too. Remember he said he ran for the air duct when he heard them? So how do we figure out just what those gunshots during the third set were? Maybe I need to... Ooh, shoot, I didn't mean to click that. He's pretty eager to paint Lemire as a liar, isn't he? Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough. So what do? I've got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. Let me... I'm gonna try to present this firecracker. Objection! See what he says? Some things were found at the crime scene after yesterday's trial. What things? The first was this small device. That's the remote-triggered igniter. Correct. And one more thing. What are those? The remains of something burnt? Not another guitar, I hope. Rip guitars in this game. Traces of gunpowder are found on these fragments. We have a report that it was something like a firecracker. How did Gavin know about that? Yeah, this is what always confuses me. Aren't they supposed to know about all the evidence going into the trial? Like, I'm not a lawyer, but I feel like, isn't that what's supposed to happen? They always seem so confused. What, you think Detective Sky works for you? I received the report this morning, before coming here. That's when I made my decision, actually. What decision is this, Prosecutor Gavin? I registered Daryan as a witness at today's trial. Just in case. This raises another possibility. Those gunshot-like sounds during the third set could have been two firecrackers rigged to go off by remote control. I agree with this theory. Haha, you got an active imagination, don't you? But you shouldn't say every little thing you think. Your explanation there seems a bit too convenient to me. How so? So, you're saying these firecrackers just happened to go off right when two witnesses came walking by? Well, maybe. Maybe you're waiting for people to walk by. That's right. Daryan was out on stage. Oh, that's true. When it happened, Apollo. How would he know someone was backstage right then? If a firecracker goes off in the forest and there's no one there to hear, you get my drift? Why go through the trouble, man? Okay, yeah, I see that. How do I explain this? You may not look it, but Daryan is a gifted detective. Show any weakness and he's sure to find it. He may not look it, partner. Gee, thanks, man. That reminds me. I happened to pass through that very hallway several times that day myself, and I saw something odd there just before the third set. Something odd? Something you should have told— Yeah, the headset. You shouldn't have brought this up before. A headset, the kind all of the band and staff members were wearing. Did Daryan drop it? That's right. We picked this up in front of the door to the dressing room. What if the headset wasn't dropped, but placed? Oh, so it was his headset and he placed it there as some kind of trigger, maybe? And what if it was turned on? You could hear what was going on in that hallway, even if you were out on stage. Oh, so so reverse. He could hear when there were people in the hallway, so he knew when to set it off. Whose side are you on, Gavin? Listen to me, Daryan. There are no sides in a court of law. Thank you for having ethics, Gavin. I feel like, no offense to lawyers, but sometimes ethics can be a little fuzzy in the courtroom. Which is why I now turn to you, Air Forehead. I have a question for you. Huh? For me? The igniter and the burnt fragments that were found at the scene of the crime. It's certainly a possibility that they were part of a ruse to fake the sound of gunshots. Throw the headset from the hallway into the mix and you could fabricate an alibi. But we're still no closer to proving anything. How can we prove it? Those gunshots might have been real or fake. We can't say. You raised the possibility that the shots heard during the third set were faked. Now you need to prove the other half of the case. The other half? Look, I'll just tell him. Tell me what? He wants you to prove the thing went down in the second act, while our little piano player was on stage. That right, Gavin? Indeed. If you can't prove that, then to continue this cross-examination would be pointless. Okay. Well, Mr. Justice, can you prove the crime took place during the second set? Yeah, I think. You better know, Apollo. I don't know. Otherwise, we're through. It can be proven. You make it sound like someone else is going to come along and do it for you. I don't know what evidence I would need to give. Let's continue with the cross-examination then, shall we? Witness your testimony, if you would. This isn't going to be easy. I need some decisive proof, and fast. Heh. You ready, kid? Because I am. He's going to stab me with his hair. The shooting took place during the second set. If you're so sure, let's see your proof. Let's press him first. But the gunshots heard during the third set could have been... What? Some kind of setup? I've heard that one before. We need proof, Apollo. We need to prove that the shooting took place during the second set. Well, if you know how to do that, I'm all ears. Maybe the gunshots are the key after all. What do you mean? Well, Lemire said she heard them, right? Right in the middle of her illusion, when she was up above the ceiling. When she forgot the words to the song, yeah. If you can prove the gun was shot right when she missed those lyrics, we're home free, I think. True, not easy, but true. Would it be on the sound mixer? Is there some way to prove that? Let's take a look through our evidence. Maybe there's something in there. Hey, aren't you supposed to be cross-examining me? Try to refrain from private discussions during cross-examination, Mr. Justice. I'm collaborating with my team here. Right, Your Honor, sorry. Let me take a quick look through the court record. He's pretty eager to paint Lemire as a liar, isn't he? Or, am I supposed to do that on my own? Videotaping? That's right, we have the videotape too. Would the sound be on there or on the sound mixer? Is there... Oh, no, I'm not gonna listen through that. Would we be able to hear a gunshot? I guess I'll keep going. Yeah, because her testimony is basically our entire case. This is tough. So what do we do? I've got a few ideas. I just need to find another way to prove it didn't happen when he says it did. Okay. I feel like, yeah, I need to present something here. Here, I'm gonna do my cheating method where I save it in case I'm wrong. Wait. Yeah. Present. I'm gonna do the soundboard. Objection! See what that does. It seems there was clear proof left behind. Sorry, just let me check something. So I think I'm right with the soundboard. It seems there was clear proof left behind. Right here in Lemire's song. Her song? What exactly is this device thingy? A new variety of gramophone, perhaps? Come on, we just use this, and don't get me started on gramophone. This device was used to record the performance part by part. Part? You move the sliders to adjustable. I have to do this again. I was so bad at this last time. Each instrument is adjustable separately, Lemire's voice included. Oh, but what does this prove? So I guess if we can hear the track with her voice, we should hear a gunshot in the background. According to Lemire's testimony, at the moment of the shooting, she forgot the words to the song. Ah, you intend to examine the recording at that moment, yeah? We might even hear those gunshots. Exactly. Ha, ridiculous. Don't flick your hair. How are we supposed to hear gunshots back in that dressing room out on stage? Have you forgotten, Daryan? We were all wearing these headsets. Oh, we were all deeply involved in our performance, but Lemire's headset would have picked up what she heard all the same. Then let's get to analyzing that recording. Right now. Lemire stopped singing when she heard the shots fired. Find that spot and I'll find the gunshots. Oh no, it's gonna penalize me. Okay, which one is her voice? Play. Wait, which one's her voice? I don't hear a voice in any of these. Okay, so I'm not sure which part. Did she move the second part? I need to hear the gunshots in one of these. I'm gonna have to turn this up on my end. Sorry. Which one of these is meant to be her voice? So one of these is gonna have a gunshot sound in it. Oh, that's it. Wait, how do I present this? Your Honor, listen closely to this part. Hold on, let me turn this down. This is like really loud for me now. Okay, that should be good. This is the track with Lemaire's vocals. It'd be nice if there was actually somebody singing so you could tell that that's what they meant. This is like the 20th time we've seen this, this animation. I did hear something faintly there, yes. Why, it sounded like a gunshot. What? This has to be some kind of mistake. The bouncing hair, stop. I believe a case has been made. Gunshots were heard during the second set, which means Lemaire's testimony was true. Ah. Order. So, she was telling the truth about what she heard? It was the other man speaking, not Mr. Lataus. Well, what did he say? It's over. Press the switch, now. So that's him pressing the switch, I guess, for the firecracker. Just after that, there was a gunshot, and then the guitar caught on fire. Oh, that was for the guitar. Detective Cresend, you weren't on stage during the second set. Okay, this is still really loud for me. Hold on. There we go. So there were two things ignited. The guitar on stage, and then the firecracker behind the stage in the dressing room? You could have done it. But why did we only hear one gunshot on the recording? Weren't two bullets fired from this weapon? Lemire was moving through the air vent, Your Honor. She must not have been close enough for her mic to catch the first shot. But then, as she passed over the dressing room, boom. The gun fired again, and Mr. Lataus' life was taken. Technically, he died later. Well, Detective Cresend? Once again I am reminded of something. Our performance that day. Your performance? Seeing the mixing board jogged my memory. You were there too, Air Forehead. What is it with today? Problem after problem. Ugh. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted, my guitar's been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. And then there was that performance just now. Yeah, because Daryan missed a part too. What was that all about? This part is off. Which is that? Second guitar. Yeah. It was you, Daryan. I thought it strange at the time. How could you miss such a simple cue? I know you. I know how you play. You're better than that. Yeah, well, What? Prosecutor Gavin, what are you getting at? I'm talking about the murder weapon, Mr. Lataus' .45 caliber hand cannon. As we have learned, even the shooter doesn't go unscarred with a revolver that size. Oh, the kickback is enough to dislocate your shoulder if you're an amateur. That's why I'm confused why they're saying a child shot that gun, because he's tiny. How could he shoot that gun? Wait, you mean his playing was affected because he heard himself shooting that revolver? Oh, you're forgetting something. Yes, Detective Cresend? I'm a trained police officer, you know. True. I've had firearms training, plenty of it. I'm no amateur. The standard sidearm issued to police officers is a .38 caliber weapon, a much tamer beast. Also, the murder weapon belonged to the victim, Mr. Lataus, which suggests that there was a struggle between killer and victim. So the killer might not have been holding the revolver correctly when he fired. Is that what you mean? The thought had occurred to me, yes. Okay. Oh, he's sweating and flicking his hair. Well, does the witness have anything to say to this? Detective Cresend. What I want to ask is what Mr. Sleeves rolled up ready for action has to say. Hey, you, attorney. Me? Exactly. Which piece of your evidence is decisive again? You got a little noise on a tape that could be anything. And you have an alleged guitar cue missed due to a .45 caliber kickback. I weep for this case, Gavin. I really do. I don't know. He seems pretty convinced, though. Gavin does. You can line up your little weak pieces of evidence all you want. I didn't shoot that manager. And that's the obvious truth. Is it though? The witness has a point. The defense's arguments, while persuasive, are not decisive. I believe we should hear what the witness has to say in response to the case so far. Your testimony, please, Detective Cresend. Tell us your reasons why you couldn't have done it. I mean, we don't care about reasons. It's hard facts we need. Proof of innocence. Come on, why would I even want to kill that manager? You want a reason? Easy. I got no motive, man. This was that diva's first trip to this country, right? How could I possibly know her manager? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? Well, if he was like I said earlier, if he's an international detective, the guy was with Interpol, so maybe they know each other somehow? A simple reason indeed. Prosecutor Gavin, is it the case that Mr. Lataus had not been to our country before? According to our records, yes, not even once. I see. Very well. Mr. Justice, you may begin the cross-examination. Great, now I need to find a motive. I think the motive has to do with, where can I go to, the court record? This thing, the remedy for incuritis, that's who the Chief Justice's son, that's what he's sick with, so maybe they were trying to get a hold of this, which would mean we're incriminating some pretty, high up people. Why would I even want to kill that manager? Let's press for now and see what we can present on. Her manager, sure, but Mr. Lataus was... Oh, right, sorry, an Interpol agent, wasn't he? I just have trouble picturing that big lunk as an undercover cop, you dig? And not a very good one, seeing as how he got wasted. That's not nice to say of someone who's dead. That's cold, dog. Not that it matters either way. See, I had no reason to kill the man, whatever he was. Got no motive. Maybe I should present here, but that's the same for Maki. No motive was proven for him. Come on, he traveled around the world with that old fart. He had plenty of time to come up with a motive of his own. Ugh, more than I sure did. I mean, think about it. That was Diva's first trip to the country, right? Hey, Kelp. Hello, bye-bye. Thanks. If that's your way of lurking, I appreciate the lurk. Hope you're having a good day. Daryan, you're a detective with international affairs? Yeah? What of it? Even if this was Mr. Lataus' first trip to this country, you still could have met him prior to the concert. That's what I'm saying. I mean, international, you could just meet in another country. Or you don't take any international trips in international affairs? That's right. Well, Detective Cresend? That's your game, is it? Guess I'd better confess then. Confess? Yeah, it's a bit of an embarrassment, but I've never been sent overseas. What? You're an international? See, me and Plane's got a difference of opinion. We don't like each other much. Oh, he's got a fear of flying. My condolences, Airport Head, but he's telling the truth. He's never set foot outside the country. I can guarantee it. As it turns out, my division has plenty of work to do locally as well. That's so unfair. How could I possibly know her manager? Well, again, I mean, so you didn't fraternize with him at all during the concert? Fraternize? I don't think we exchanged a single word. As if anyone would want to talk to that old Eastern blockhead. Now, ladies, that's a different matter altogether. So, you see? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? You sure about that? What? Wipe that look off your face before I do it for you. Listen, you try throwing out one of your wild accusations, I'll throw it back at you so hard you'll forget who you're accusing of what. He's getting real aggressive here. Air Forehead, perhaps it's best if you let your evidence do the talking, yeah? Man, what evidence? That's what I want to know. So he's using this motive question as ammunition, huh? Well, I've got ammunition too. Evidence. Should I present here or on the last one? If I didn't know him, why would I want to kill him? So so I think it has something to do with this. The chief or this replica of Incuritis. Can I look at this a little closer? Was there anything I could, is there anything? Whoa, sample. Sample, huh? Think they put a big enough label on it? Maybe it's to keep some people from eating it by mistake. Yeah, they might think it was an otherwise tasty, multicolored lump of plastic. Maybe some manufacturer? Sample toys when you can't afford the real thing. Sounds like a company Mr. Wright would like. Okay, I guess that's it. Okay. You gotta buy 10 cans of hairspray. I mean, you do have long hair. You probably could. I think I need to... present... I think it has to do with this. I just don't know if I'm right to present it right now. Like sometimes I feel like I think too far ahead and I end up getting it wrong, but I'm gonna try this. Oh no, I'm wrong. Yep. Okay, you can tell by the way they talk. I'm wrong. Objection overruled. Okay, try to think before you make accusations. Okay. Ah, that didn't go so well. Maybe I need to do it under motive? Okay, I'm gonna do my cheating thing and do the saving. Okay, no motive. But maybe I need to present the newspaper article? Objection! That might be better. Oh, no, okay. Wait, which one's the real one? This one. Oh, can you imagine if I loaded the wrong one? I can hear my daughter out there. Where is it? Okay, let me try this here. I mean, this definitely has to do with it. Okay, there we go. Your Honor, take a look at this. What's that? Looks like candy. No, it's not. It's plastic. Don't lick it, please. Detective Cresend, ever seen this? Looks like a piece of candy. 'Tis not, though. What it is evidence. Don't lick it before you try it. Specifically, this is a replica of a cocoon. It was found among the victim's belongings. A cocoon? Never seen one that color. It is a variety only found in the Republic of Virginia, nowhere else. Alright, but what is this cocoon replica doing in my courtroom? Surely this has nothing to do with the motive for killing Mr. Lataus. Does it? It does. Wait, I think it does. You don't sound so confident, man. A cocoon? Is it one of those silky cocoons? The kind that you can make wool silk out of? Not this one. This cocoon makes a powerful curative. A curative? For what? Apparently, it is the most efficacious at treating a disease thought incurable. It is the only medicine of its kind. However, it is illegal to take one of these healing cocoons out of Borginia. Whatever for. If it's such a miracle cure, why not share it with the world? Yeah, that's what I've been wondering. We looked into the matter at some length. Apparently, it isn't difficult at all to manufacture the remedy from the cocoon. Ooh, I wonder if he was like trying to sell it. I'm gonna drink some water. All the talking gets my throat dry. Oh, stretch. Yeah. These games always, for some reason, I think it's all the talking and all the thinking and the story that they just wear me out more than like some of the other games. I think my Claritin kicked in though. My nose feels dried up finally. Yet, if you change the process only slightly, you can easily make a large quantity of something else entirely. Oh, man, that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking he was trying to cure the judge's son. If they want to make like a bioweapon, maybe? A deadly poison, in fact. What? There was an incident several years ago where some of these got out onto the black market. It caused quite the commotion in the global community, though the media was kept largely unaware. Intriguing. All this has led to a strict ban on the cocoon's export, one rigidly enforced by Interpol among others. Interpol? Right. Victim, Romain Lataus, was an Interpol agent. Detective Cresend, you insist on referring to him as a manager. But that is misleading. Romain Lataus wasn't killed as a manager. He was killed as an undercover agent. So I was trying to smuggle this gumball into the country? That's what you're trying to say? I'm saying that could well be a motive for murder. Oh, so I was gonna sell it on the black market? Make myself a pretty penny? Ridiculous. I mean, totally unthinkable. I mean, I don't think cops make a lot of money. I mean, maybe he's trying to get like a side hustle? Unthinkable, you say? Why? Perhaps it's time for another testimony about this smuggling of cocoons business. What do you gotta say about that? International Affairs got a memo about these cocoons. Interpol's all hot and bothered about them. Can't sell them on the black market, too dangerous. Yeah, cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore. Oh, okay. Man, I'm in International Affairs. I know the deal. There's nothing there to press on, really. Indeed, Interpol wanted these cocoons bad enough to send Mr. Lataus undercover. You kids think up the craziest things. But no way am I gonna risk life and limb just to get my hands on some dirty cocoon money. Not the most noble of statements, but duly noted. According to reports, these cocoons top Interpol's list. Selling them to an underground organization would be risky. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. This is the only motive I've got. He was up to something, and I'm gonna find out what. Again, I think it has to do with the Chief Justice's son having incuritis. So maybe he wasn't trying to sell it on the black market. He was trying to get it for the son. Maybe he was working with the Chief Justice. What can I press on? This seems maybe like a good place. Dangerous? Yeah, Interpol finds you. They arrest you on the spot. Or another marketeer might think you're part of a sting and take you out himself. Times have changed. Okay. Cocoon smuggling ain't exactly lucrative anymore? But wouldn't scarcity drive up prices? Yeah, and attention. Every gangster and his brother would want a piece of that action. They'd turn your forehead into Swiss cheese before you could say objection. Maybe we could get them to cut his hair too. Who's on trial? Can we cut Daryan's hair? I think his hair needs a haircut. Who's on trial here again? Man, you know obviously nothing about the market. And that's a bad thing? Don't even try to mess with me about this stuff. Man, I'm in international affairs. I know the deal. Do you? Which is why you know how to find a loophole in the system. Hey, you could say what you want about me, but back off international affairs. There ain't no loopholes, okay? What do you think we are, Boy Scouts? That wasn't what I was trying to, Down, Daryan. It's as you say. There are no loopholes, at least in the case of these cocoons. International affairs, Interpol, and Borginian customs are all watching. See, we know what we're doing. Not like some yipping little doggies that lap up every word that Diva says. Why I oughta what? You want some of this? No, we don't want any of that. Chill, both of you. Let's do this cool, yeah? Oh, screw cool. I want this guy's head on a stick. The replica has to be key to his motive. There's gotta be a way to find out what he was up to. Okay, so I do need to present something here. I think I need to present here. I'm gonna save it first. I think I need to present this article here, maybe? Objection! Oh no. That's not right. Let's just load it. It's called an international conspiracy. I mean, that article has to, again, I know I'm thinking several steps ahead, but I think that article has to be important. Maybe I present the article here? Try that. Why not choose a less dangerous buyer then? I would. How clueless are you? Everyone in the market's dangerous. The second they found out I was a cop, I could kiss my keister goodbye. Why sell to a black market buyer? How about someone like this? That article. That's about the Chief Justice's... A deadly poison can be extracted from the cocoon, but so can a cure. And not a cure for just any disease. A cure for incuritis. Incuritis? I've heard of that somewhere. You went to visit a victim of the disease this morning. Oh, why, that's the disease the Chief Justice's son has. You aren't saying. Our witness is a detective. He would have contact with the Chief Justice. Yeah, there's some behind the scenes stuff going on higher up here. You are saying the Chief Justice would never deal in contraband. Not even to save his own son's life. But even if the deal went through, why, it'd be an international scandal. That's Detective Cresend's insurance. If word ever got out, the one with his neck on the line would be the Chief Justice. Yeah, we need to cure that hair. I agree. Detective Cresend, is this true? First I'm a murderer, now I'm a smuggler. How many crimes are you trying to pin on me anyway? Distasteful as it is to think about, if the Chief Justice were the buyer, why, a seller couldn't hope for a better deal. A very cowardly seller. Don't let sleeves over there trick you. I like sleeves better than forehead. So I made a deal with the Chief Justice. Where's your proof? Well... Oh yeah, and you're forgetting one other important thing. Do tell. Interpol isn't the only ones out there watching this. I need to adjust. I feel myself sliding. There we go. Borginian Customs barely sleeps. They're so worried about cocoons getting out. So we were informed. Let's continue with the cross-examination. What more can we get out of them? Borginian Customs is very thorough. Everyone gets checked. Oh, cocoon okay, so these are new. Hold on. Where were we? Hot and bothered. Borginian Customs is very thorough. Everything and everyone gets checked. Cocoon possession will get you arrested on the spot and then sentenced to death. That's right. Hey man, if there's a way to get cocoons out of there, I'd sure like to know. I definitely need to present something again. Let's just press. That's pretty extreme. Virginia has this rep as an idyllic, laid-back place. Truth is, they're beyond hardcore with security. The Republic of Virginia is a peaceful, pleasant country, so this level of security shows us how truly concerned they are about these cocoons. That's the situation. He'd like to know. You're in a position to know quite a bit about smuggling. That's true. Yeah, I need to know a bit for work, sure. But all we get are reports on the failed smuggling ops. Not exactly something you want to go copying. But if you want, I can tell you a few of them. Maybe you'll succeed and get rich. I would be interested in you, purely from a legal perspective. Sure, Judge. I weep for our judicial system. The replica has to be the key to his motive. There's got to be a way to find out what he was up to. So does that mean it wants me to press or present the cocoon somewhere? What else do I have? I don't know if I really have anything else that has to do with the smuggling part of it. I don't think anything else would really make sense. Everything and everyone gets checked. What are the other ones? Maybe this isn't a sample. Maybe this is the real deal and they just slapped the word sample on it to get through. Here, let's try that. Oh, I don't think I'm right. Oh no, I'm wrong. Okay. Well, I tried. Okay. Yep, I lost another point. Okay. That didn't go well. I agree. Here, let me save again. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm okay. Okay. I was panicking about the times, but no, I'm good. Maybe I present it here? Objection! You can try that. Oh, no. Okay. This one. Maybe I don't present the sample? I might have to look this one up. What else do I have? Article about the case. So this, I can't even, this isn't even in a language I can read, so. Do I present it here? This is like the last little spot I can think to present it. No, I'm wrong again. Oh no! Okay. The bracelet wasn't going off, was it? I don't think I saw the bracelet. Surely I have to perceive at some point, but... Oops. Yeah, it says the replica. It keeps referring to the replica, so it makes me think it needs to be presented somewhere, though. Maybe here? The sample? Objection! Wanna try that? No, I think I'm wrong again. No. Okay, there's really nowhere else to present it. Maybe I need to look this up. If anyone's watching and knows, let me know. Or I'll even put my phone a friend icon. If anyone knows what I need to present, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna look it up. Ooh, almost clipped something. Because the game really makes it sound like I'm supposed to present the replica, but I've presented it on like everything, so I don't know where else or what else to present. Look this up. Oh. Okay. Okay, say no more. Okay, so I have been told that Gavin's guitar is the key. So I'm guessing I present it here. Did they take the guitar through customs and they didn't check it thoroughly? It's the burnt up one, right? Oh, you know, I totally forgot about that part of it. A gift from Lemire sent from yeah, that's right. Okay, let's try this. Thank you. I appreciate that. I knew I was stuck there. Actually, there is one way. What? One way to get something out of the country, no checks. What is it? You become a prosecutor. A prosecutor? I don't believe it. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. What was it that you told me yesterday at your office? Yeah, I kind of forgot this part of it. It's been kind of a while. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like So is Lemire in on this? How did it end up here? I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia? That it is. We couldn't carry it on the plane. Changes in air pressure and humidity ruined the wood. So we vacuum packed it in Lemire's studio. I used a special shipping service available to me for transporting evidence. That's right, I totally forgot about this part. They brought it right up to my office for me. Pristine and untouched. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was with cocoons this small? It would have been very easy to use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. What? Which reminds me, Prosecutor Gavin, that guitar had some work done on it recently, right? Work? Yeah, it got burned up. That would explain their motive to burn his guitar. Good memory, Air Forehead. Well, you know how guitars have a round hole in the front? It is called the sound hole. Well, they found something attached to the wood just inside the hole. A broken device of some sort. A broken device? Yes, this, in fact. An igniter. Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean... He means this, of course. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitars. Oh, that's a lot of P's. Guitar as a mule. Ooh, and who better to do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band. Oh, yeah. So maybe Lemire wasn't in on it then? Somebody on the other side was in on it. Order, order, order. Because if he didn't leave the country, somebody must have put it in there. So the igniter was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems. It was a safety precaution. A precaution? Ah, Air Forehead. At last, it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lemire's ballad, if you please. We're going to listen to this again. First, my keys were stolen, a harmless misdemeanor, which forced me to break the lock on my guitar case. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. The smuggler wasn't counting on the guitar being wrapped. Only a member of the band could get near that case. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Lataus. Ah. Okay, so he was the undercover agent. He was onto something. So who... I guess I'm confused because Daryan has never left the country, so there's somebody on the other end that he's working with. So maybe it is Lemire? I don't know. Maybe it's Maki. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So, Mr. Lataus tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated then, the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch. Now. Okay, so that was Daryan. The guitar burst into flames, and the cocoon was lost. Oh, okay, so there was a real one inside of there, not the sample one. And then Mr. Lataus died, with Lemire there to witness it. There's your case. I mean, it's still pretty speculative, right? Brilliant, man. Detective Cresend? I gotta know, you make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Daryan. The Republic of Virginia? Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. That's what I'm saying, he has somebody on the other side. Let's see you make a story up for that, kid. How'd I hide the cocoon in the first place, huh? It's not so hard to imagine. You had help, a Virginian accomplice. Okay, ooh, that's all. That you had an accomplice was clear from the start. The voice Lemire heard proves it. It's over. Press the switch, now. You made this transmission from backstage. Maybe it was Maki. Maybe that's why Maki was in there. You made this transmission from backstage, while your co-conspirator was on stage. But who was it? Is it the coup de grace? And for once I know what I'm doing. I don't. There's only one person who could have helped him. Because Lemire is blind. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say then. But be warned, with a great accusation comes great responsibility. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Oh, there's two. I kind of think it's Maki. I mean, can she... I mean, she's blind. I guess just because she's blind doesn't mean she can't be a smuggler. I kind of want to say it's Maki. Because didn't he have a really strong reaction to that? I feel like I remember him having a really strong reaction to them showing him the sample. I'm gonna lose a lot of points if I'm wrong. There's only one person who meets all the requirements of the accomplice, and that person is the defendant, Maki Tobaye. But, Mr. Justice, he's your client. A defense attorney accusing his client? That's a new one. Well, maybe he didn't murder, though. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Lataus, and I stand by my statement earlier that he is innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was in fact Lemire? It couldn't have been. Well, you seem sure of yourself. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lemire was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. This is the area that the remote could reach from the air vent. Okay. Well, looking at this, oh, because he was at the piano, it seems that Lemire still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made the transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. It was in the middle of the guitar serenade. Okay, so it was high up. Part of the stage was raised. Prosecutor Gavin and the Lemire stand-in were in the air. They were on a tower which happens to be 15 feet tall. In other words, the remote couldn't have worked from Lemire's position in the air vent. Ah. Well, Detective Cresend, what do you say to that, Your Honor? Yes, Detective? Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time? Well, I don't see why not. What? Don't tell me he has a way out of this. We're gonna okay, yep, here we go again. Take a shot every time we watch this animation, but don't do that because you'd kill your liver. Because Maki was on the stage here. I think he was on the piano, right? So he would have been within range to set off the guitar. I don't know where Daryan's going with this. Too bad, so sad, punk. Punk? You heard shots, we're doing shots. No, we're not doing shots. First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. We would have to do too many shots. You're losing rank fast, Apollo. What exactly were we supposed to see in this video? Yes, the police pointed out Daryan. The problem isn't what we could see, correct, Daryan? Oh, right. It's what you hear. We are musicians, after all. Care to explain for us non-musicians? Yes, I am also a non-musician. Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the wee pianist to set off that guitar? That's exactly what I'm saying. That right? Back into your editing hole. That's okay. Maybe I did tell Johannes that we would do we should do a cocktail stream at some point, so maybe we can do Shots Inc. Of course I stream early. Can you imagine me drinking and doing shots at like freaking 10:30 in the morning? It's not college anymore. Sorry, just scrolling. Yes. Someone said cocktails. Yes. Cocktails and shots. Maybe. One day. Maybe not when he'd have to press a switch. Am I right? Okay. Well, take another listen. Pay attention. No, I don't want to listen again. It disconnected and reconnected. You guys can see everything, right? I think I'm reconnected. Am I live? Can you see me? We still good? Okay. I don't understand. It's saying I'm not dropping any frames. I'm physically plugged into my internet. It's good weather. Well, no, it's not good weather outside, but it's not bad weather either. It's just a little gloomy and humid, but I don't know why OBS is doing this. Well, take another listen. Pay attention to the piano. No, I don't want to listen again. I'm not musical. Piano. Soundboard time. No, I can't. I don't like it. I'm so bad at musical stuff. Okay. I turned it up on my end to see if I could hear anything, but I don't know. What seems to be the problem there? I'm asking the same question, Judge. The piano sounded just fine. And that's the problem. And oh, he's saying if he ignited it, maybe he would have missed a beat on the piano. And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it? Yeah, how's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? You've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the diva. Maybe he used his feet. Mirror. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? Ugh. Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out. Oh, no. I remember. Remember? They found the igniter inside the piano. Maybe he hit a certain key to hit the igniter. Big brain. Big brain. They couldn't even press a switch. Today's gonna be the day they're gonna throw it back to you. Wait, throw what back to me? I don't know what you mean by that. I need water. Ooh, I hit my hand on the mic. Oh, you were singing Wonderwall? I don't know. I mean, like, I know that song, but I don't know the song. Ooh, oops. Ah! No, it was the piano. He pressed, I think that's what he did. I think I'm big braining this. Big braining this. Oh my god, take another shot. They're playing this animation again. So I bet when he gave Maki the signal, it must have been a certain key that he hit. The piano plays nonstop. He couldn't have pressed that switch. Okay, I know that one. Somebody once. I'm not gonna sing, but yes, that is more in my line of music knowing. Oh my god. He couldn't have pressed that switch. Well, Mr. Justice, the piano does seem to be playing when the guitar catches fire. Well, it's okay. We all make mistakes sometimes. Apollo, were you wrong? No, I'm not wrong. I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just strange? What's strange? No, it's just something's odd about the performance there. Yeah, because he probably hit a wrong key. Mr. Justice, if Maki Tobae didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. I still like my theory that he used his feet, but okay, we'll go with the piano. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. Here are some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire, but the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, her story is full of holes. Mr. Justice, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant Maki Tobae the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Apollo, if Maki's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you'd better find a way to prove it. What do I do? What do I do? There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Something odd? Wait a second. What? You thought of something? What was Gavin saying just now? Strange. What's strange? No, it's just something's odd about the performance there. It's not much to go on, but it's all I've got. What exactly did you hear that was odd? Have you come up with something, Mr. Justice? May I remind you that everything rests on this? Can you prove Maki Dabaye pressed that switch? Let's hear your final answer. Can you prove that Maki Dabaye presented that switch? I can prove it. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then, as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. Air Forehead, you're sure about this? Ha, accept it. There's no evidence, man. Let's see your evidence, Mr. Justice. On what do you base your claim that the defendant pressed the switch? I think it's soundboard time. Try that. The basis for my claim is music, Your Honor. Music? What about music? Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed. Right before the guitar burst into flame. I don't have to use it though, right? Okay. I hear a piano being played, but doesn't it sound kind of simple? Simple? Ah, I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Maki could have played that part? With one hand? Oh, okay. I thought they were going to suggest he pressed a key, but they're saying I mean, that's possible. He's an accomplished pianist, so very certainly he could do things with one hand. He only needed one hand to press that switch. He could play the piano with the other. Huh. What, so you're some kind of piano savant? Actually, no. Then what do you know? You can't play a part like that with one hand. Maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah? You got something? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he... Oh, Daddy? Baby's crying really loud. Are they gonna bring in Phoenix as a expert witness on the piano? He couldn't play a part like that even if he had 3 hands. So sorry, so sad for you. No, not really. Huh? That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way. Man, how are you gonna prove whether he played it with one hand or 2? You can't. I admit, it will be rather difficult to prove, but it's highly likely he was playing with one hand. How do you know that? The clue is what Prosecutor Gavin described as sounding odd. What sounded odd? I'll bet we can tell by listening to a certain part of the song. No way. Stop flicking your hair. Well, it seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Justice has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with one hand, right before the guitar burst into flame. Maki was definitely playing one-handed just before the guitar caught on fire. And one section of the song proves it. No, I do have to use the soundboard. Okay. Which one of these is the piano? Hold on. We know... Oops. I know one is the mirror. Which one is the piano? Here, I'm just gonna go one at a time. Play. Okay, nothing there. This sounds like a guitar. Okay, this sounds like the piano. Here, I'm gonna turn it up on my end again, because... Previous section. Here, let's start from the beginning. This sounds very, like, elaborate. It'd be the second part, right? Sounds a little off there, right? Plus there were some pauses. Okay, I think it has to do with this section. Let's present this. Still really loud on my end, sorry. I say sorry. You guys can't hear that. I can hear it. That's this. Oh, that's the section. I'm afraid I don't hear it. I'm wrong. What's your opinion as an artist, Prosecutor Gavin? It's a beautiful song, and the lyrics are outstanding. I'll take that to mean there's... Oh no! Wait, so what was the odd thing that Gavin heard? The switch was pressed in the first half of the second verse, right? I know. I just need to find a place to compare to that. Your Honor, if you'll give me one more chance, I think I can find it. I suppose we don't have a choice. Very well. You claim the defendant was playing with one hand when the switch was pressed. Show us the part that proves it. He was playing in one section. Okay, so... I mean, this was definitely the piano part, right? I really thought that was it. Here, I need to turn this up again, then. Because this is the piano. Let me listen to this one. Play. Yeah, this is like drums, so it's definitely not that one. Definitely not that one. That's not a piano. And then one was Lemira, right? Yeah, that's supposed to be her voice. Okay, so it has to be 4. I mean, I guess there's a weird pause at the beginning there. Maybe this? Maybe that part? Let me turn it down again. Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you. As I'm sure you realized it yourself, Air Forehead. Realize what? I'll demonstrate. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? Pay particular attention to the "but a fleeting melody" phrase. Okay. Okay, yeah, you could just hear like one key in that part. Man, how many times do we have to listen to the same thing? I kind of agree there. You're right, enough of that. Let's listen to another section, shall we? Another section? The guitar burst into flame at the end of the second verse. Let's listen to the same spot in the first verse. Pay attention to "Oh, that night in your embrace." I think it's saying maybe that it's like more elaborate sounding. Ah, but play verse 2 again. Oh god. There, did you hear that? Kind of skipped a beat. They feel the same, true, but they're clearly very different. What? Well put, Your Honor. I guess maybe not skipped a beat. It's quite simple. The phrase in verse 2 is quite simple. Yeah, I guess I did say like you could only hear like one key. The same phrase in verse 1 has high and low notes. You'd have to use 2 hands to play that for sure. What's that prove? I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the 2 verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time. Well, Gavin wrote the song. Not this time, Daryan. There's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background. Oh. That was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different, I asked myself. Now ask yourself why Maki changed how he played. And there's only one answer. He needed a free hand in order to press the switch. No! Nope, don't bounce. Order! I believe this ties all the facts together. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? Yes, quite. Though personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up. Very well. Barring an objection from the prosecution, I will now state the court's opinion on this matter. Ooh. Oh, does he have something to say? Good show, sleeves. No, great show. It's not over. I don't like it when he looks so happy. You tell him, Gavin. Tell him what's so disappointing. Personally, I'm terribly disappointed. In you, Air Force. What happened? Huh? Me? Yes, don't get me wrong. Your case is solid. The facts all check out. But even now, you have yet to show us a single piece of decisive... I mean, that is kind of true. I agree. Yeah, but the facts, anyone can see it was him. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it. But 1,000 facts might point toward the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. That's the rule under our current legal system. I don't believe it. It does not seem as though the defense has any more evidence to present. Oh, I think if he did, we would already have seen it a long ways back. It is unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. What? Ooh, where's this gonna go then? The truth is staring us all right in the face. Baby's crying again. She's okay. Not really crying so much as just like making noise. I always pause even though I'm pretty sure it doesn't pick up on the mic, but you know, you never know. Oops, clicking stuff on my phone. Okay. The truth is staring us all right in the face. Why can't they see it? What's the point of a legal system that protects criminals? Apollo, remember what Daddy said? He said good luck. It won't be easy proving he did it, especially not under the current court system. So what do I do? Like I said, good luck. And be aware that it will be impossible to prove his guilt by conventional methods. Okay, so something unconventional? So does that mean we need to use... Oh, every man has an igniter inside him. Maybe we need to use the perception thing? Find Daryan Cresend's igniter and set it off. I wonder what he meant by every man's igniter. I think he just meant a weak spot, no? The kind of thing that a single spark could turn into a wildfire of emotion. I won't be able to press him further by conventional means. I've got to find a weak spot in this guy. Something fatal. So, can I get back to work now or what? It may look like I got a lot of time on my hands, but I got no more time to play pretend with this deadweight attorney. Well, Mr. Justice, we've come this far without decisive evidence. This witness won't be coming back to the stand once we let him go. Every man has an igniter. Huh? Did you say the better the guitar, the brighter it burns, Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, yes. Good guitars are kept dry is why. That provides the best sound. Even a small spark could cause irreparable damage. Your plan has an igniter in it too, Detective. It was there from the very beginning. What? Fighting time, Justice. If you blow this one, he'll be out of your hands for good. Go for it, Apollo. What, and this igniter is supposed to come burn me up? That's almost poetic there, Mr. Attorney. All the better. I'm rather fond of poetry, and I intend to hear this one to the very end. Yeah, what? I'm not quite sure where Apollo's going with this. Your forehead. You're accusing this man, Daryan Cresend, of 2 crimes. The murder of Mr. Lataus and the smuggling of a Borginian cocoon. This is your last chance to prove your case. This trial has already run on far too long. Mr. Justice, this will be my last warning. The moment this igniter of yours turns out to be a dud is the moment this cross-examination ends. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Then, let's have it. Show us the basis for these accusations against Daryan Cresend. This feels like another good time to save. Okay, this is really my last chance. The key that will take apart Daryan Cresend's plan is... Ooh, that's a toughie. Call a witness. Can we get Maki on the stand? He was already up there. I feel like I don't really have evidence. Maybe it's call a witness. Your igniter isn't a piece of evidence. Huh? So what is? It's true that I couldn't show decisive evidence, but perhaps what I needed to prove my case was something else. You mean a witness? Proving his guilt is a tall order, but I've got just the person to do it. Very well, Mr. Justice. Who is this person who can prove Daryan Cresend's guilt? I guess Maki. I mean, he'll still be in trouble. Oh, there is this guy too, though. Because he was on stage. Wasn't he the Lemire imposter? I think it's Maki, though. Let's try that. The one person who can prove Daryan Cresend's guilt is the defendant, Maki Tobaye. Your client? Again? Maki Tobaye was an accomplice to the cocoon smuggling plot. Yeah, at least if he admits he's guilty to that, that gets him out of murder, right? Oh, no, but the cocoon smuggling plot will still get him sentenced to death. Jeez. Without him, Daryan Cresend could not have gotten the cocoon. Furthermore, he can easily prove that the one who plotted to smuggle that cocoon is the real criminal in this case. How so? It would require just one of the very cocoons Mr. Lataus was looking for. With the cooperation of the Republic of Virginia, we could burn a cocoon. The burnt cocoon would leave a particular residue. A residue we would no doubt also find inside the burnt out guitar. Ooh, that got very scientific. Thus, if Maki Tobaye acknowledges his agreement with Daryan Cresend concerning the attempted smuggling of a Borginian cocoon, the case is solved. Daryan's laughing again. Your unrelenting passion is remarkable. You really want to get me, don't you? Too bad you'll never be able to. Why not? The little key tickler won't acknowledge anything. Let's not call a child a key tickler, that's weird. Especially not anything to do with cocoon smuggling. What's this all about? Taking a cocoon out of the country means death. By Borginian law. Exactly, so maybe he won't admit to it. Yeah, see? If our pianist really was a smuggler, then testifying about it would be suicide. Believe me, he's not talking. But you're wrong, Detective Cresend. What? It's the other way around. If Maki doesn't admit to smuggling here, he's in deep trouble. Huh? How? Look, if Maki admits to smuggling here, then he'll be tried in our courts by our laws. Oh, okay, they won't extradite him. You don't get the death penalty for smuggling in our country. The victim in this case was an undercover Interpol agent. I'm sure that news has already reached Virginia, and they'll likely broadcast our dealings in court today, including the part about the Borginian cocoon. Yeah, but don't bounce the hair. But if Maki doesn't admit to smuggling now, he'll eventually be picked up by the Borginian police. And it's not like he's in any danger in our court. We're not gonna find him guilty of murder here, not now. Yeah, but you can't do this. You can't accuse me. Maybe the law doesn't allow it, but who's gonna think you're really innocent after hearing this trial? The same goes for Maki Tobaye. The cocoon smuggling, your entire plan. Maki Tobaye knows everything. There's only one way out of it for him, and that's to acknowledge his own crime. The crime of cocoon smuggling. No, don't touch it. Hey, don't worry there. I'll get you out of the country. I'll set you up someplace. A hidden mansion, real nice. You want a house made out of cookies? Or no, a house made out of pianos? Come on. Oh, is he trying to bribe him? Please. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. No, don't talk. Ooh, oh, the hair is going crazy. The hair is going like Super Saiyan or whatever, however they say it. I don't know that word. Super Saiyan. Oh, it's limp now. Daryan, I consider that my last session with you. We rocked. I'm guessing we can treat that outburst as a confession? Uh-oh, he's laughing again. There's a kind of sick desperation in it now, though. Well, have you been listening to today's trial? Yes. And you'll talk? You'll tell the court everything? I forgot, does he speak English or not? I didn't want it to turn out this way. But I'm not the kind of lawyer that can overlook a crime. Today's trial was all for your benefit, you know? I see no reason why you should hesitate now. I knew, from beginning, I knew. Maki? Situation, I cannot explain. But money, I needed. Oh, very much money. Today's trial raises a delicate issue with our legal system. The only thing definite in a court of law is evidence. This is the golden rule. However, it has become apparent that not all things can be tried by this standard. Should another case of this sort surface, we may have to consider an alternate system by which to administer justice. Anyway, Mr. Maki Tobaye? Yes? I promise you will receive a fair trial by the laws of our country, And with regards to the current charges for the murder of Mr. Lataus, this court is prepared to announce a verdict. Oh, his eyes! I thank you. Oh, I only lie, but you see truth. You find truth. That's our job. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Maki Dabai, not guilty. Yay! Well, of murder. I mean, he's guilty of other things, but that's okay. Court is adjourned. I always like the little celebration at the end with the confetti. All right, we're in the defendant lobby. Yay! Maki Dabai is free. Sort of. Free from murder charges. I wonder what'll happen to Maki. Well, he did smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia. I guess there'll be another trial here. All's well that ends well. Yay! Phoenix is back. Daddy! I owe you both my thanks. Lemire? Is something wrong? I'm sorry. Maki was your partner on stage. Your friend. Yes, I thought of him as my own son. Even now I do. Yet, something got a hold of him. Something evil. I see that. And he must pay for what he has done. Is that not how it should be? I'm still sorry. Do not be sorry. You have given me courage. Courage? I'm considering an eye operation. Oh. It was my suggestion, actually. Going to law school and you end up on confetti. Can you imagine the bailiff just in the background, like, making it rain confetti? You mean you'll be able to see again? It's funny. I have always been afraid of the light. Light seems so harsh, so unforgiving. According to the doctor, Lemire lost her sight due to some kind of accident. An accident? As you know, I suffer from amnesia. I feared that if I could. You want that job? I mean, that sounds like it'd be fun. It's probably one of the most fun things you could do in a court. I'm guessing it's throwing confetti around. Perhaps it would open my eyes to the truth I've been running from. I was scared. You know what changed her mind? Hearing your defense in there today. She could feel your gaze, unwavering, always looking straight at the truth. If the light returns to my eyes, I think I will take up painting. Painting? That's right. She's the landscape painter in sound, after all. I will paint the two of you. I promise. Aw, woohoo! I can't wait, Lemire. Free portrait. I owe you my thanks to Apollo. Why? You haven't even been here this whole time. Thanks, Mr. Right, but for what? You reminded me I need to hurry things along. On my secret mission, that is. Alright, your secret mission. Apollo, Trucy. I hope that we will meet again someday soon. You bet. Me too. Yeah, what is Phoenix up to? And so, like a ballad, the trial flowed on and on until it came to an end. Thanks to the trial, the guitar Serenade was a huge hit. Prosecutor Gavin's even more dazzling to look at now. But there's something I want to say to that guy. Next time you write a ballad, have them catch the killer at the end. Oh, that's cute. Yep. End. Okay, that was a good one. I'm excited to see what the final chapter has. Good, it'll let me save here. Save current progress. Yep. All right, well, for everyone watching this video later, thank you so much for watching. Consider leaving a like and subscribing. And for everyone on the stream, this will be the end of the stream as well, because I think the next part will be the next chapter, which we'll do in a new stream. Yeah, Turnabout Succession. Dude just trying to get free babysitter. That's what I'm saying. Phoenix has just left his daughter with this guy. I mean, luckily Apollo's a nice guy, but like, what dad just randomly leaves his teenage daughter with like a random man? But yeah, I guess free. I mean, do 15-year-olds need babysitters? I feel like I was pretty independent at 15. And you're banned from streams. Okay, that didn't take as long as I thought it would, but I'm still, it's 1 o'clock. My Apple Watch is telling me to stand, and I'm telling you to mind your business. But yeah, I do have some stuff I need to do. I think my work from home job is busy today, so I think they want some extra help, so maybe I can work a little bit. I also need to, Peter's been hard at work editing for me, so I need to get all the videos and shorts scheduled that he's done for me. And next stream should be next Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do 2 streams again next week, Wednesday, Thursday. So it'll probably be Echoes of Wisdom one day, and then I'll start Turnabout Succession the next day. I think this time is tripping me out because it's saying 0056, and that usually means midnight in like 24-hour time. So I think that's why I keep getting thrown off by the time. But that'll be the plan next week. And that's probably what I'll be doing going forward, or at least for the next few weeks while I'm wrapping up these games. Is one day will be Echoes of Wisdom, the next day will be Apollo Justice. So I'll get through this should be the last chapter of this game, not of the full game because this game's a trilogy, but this should be the last game of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, or the last chapter. So I'll wrap up this last chapter, and then I'll probably take a little break from Ace Attorney, not too long. And then at some point I'll hop into the second game of the trilogy. But can't wait to see 2 of the shorts that they don't do well with all the extra. Oh, I don't understand the shorts algorithm. Sometimes they blow up randomly, and sometimes they don't. Like the good ones that I think should blow up don't, and then the random ones that don't have have as much editing, they do well. I don't know. I've given up on the shorts algorithm. I'll just upload them and see what happens. But yes, I do think they're very good. They're very funny. If you, are you talking about the Echoes of Wisdom one? Because that one made me laugh really hard too. So hopefully that one does well too. I need to put that up. All right. Well, so that is the content plan. Next week should be 2 streams, Echoes of Wisdom and Apollo Justice. Those will be the 2 games going forward until I finish them. And now with Tears of the Kingdom having the upgraded version for Switch 2, I might push Tears of the Kingdom back a little bit more if I can get my hands on a Switch 2. We'll see. That is to be determined. Note them down on the calendar. I will. I just want to make sure, because my life is so chaotic. I generally don't know how things are going to go till the end of the week. So it's actually perfect that you make the graphic for Sundays, because usually by then I can get a better idea of how the week's going to be. But I should know probably around Friday, confirm everything. All right. Well, I hope everyone has a good day. I hope everyone enjoyed the Nintendo Direct. At least, hopefully they at least found it interesting. All right. Well, I will see everyone later. Bye. Find the right screen. Bye. Bye. Bye, everyone.